Today on the channel, from The Thing, Neca Toys Ultimate Macready.
The spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Neca Ultimate Edition unboxing and review. And today, from The Thing movie, we've got the Ultimate Macready. But remember, for all your Neca needs and a whole lot more, hit up Big Bad Toy Store. Link in the description below. So we got the Ultimate Macready. I've said it so many times I don't remember which is which at this point, so I might go back and forth. Who knows? But The Thing movie, a bit of a deep cut from the 80s. I believe it did actually win an Oscar for like special effects, makeup, or something along them lines. I don't really have a huge history with The Thing movie. I didn't see this as a kid. I really didn't even know about it until my college days. As you longtime viewers know, of course, Kyle, one class away from a minor in film. Yes, it's true. The guy that's seen no movies is one class away from a minor in film. But I've seen a lot of like artsy movies and film noir and, you know, John Wayne movies and the Western movies. That was kind of my specialty in college. Not a lot of Back to the Future and things like that, for good or for bad, possibly. But we did have to watch The Thing, and that's where I saw that in college. We had a college class on The Thing. It was about what was it, sci-fi horror and makeup and stuff like that. So anyways, we watched The Thing. That was the first time I saw it, and I was all in. I loved it. I was all about it. It did get remade. I did watch the remake 5-10 years ago, whatever it is. What is time anymore? It didn't stick with me. I couldn't even tell you anything really about the remake. I'm just sure it was a lot more gory and a little bit better special effects. But for the time, the early 80s, an amazing special effects movie. And of course, Kurt Russell, superstar, Snake, of course, as we know him in some circles. Hopefully we get an ultimate version of Snake one of these days. I've always been about escaping from New York and escaping from LA and escaping from anywhere I can. But very cool, and I wasn't going to pick this up now. That's bringing this full circle. I wasn't planning on picking this up, but you guys know me. Got to get a deal. I'm a sucker for a deal. $20 clearance at Walmart. Couldn't pass it up for 20 bucks. I just couldn't do it. I thought, you know what? I'll stick him on my horror shelf somewhere. And that's the way we'll go, and we'll unbox it on the channel and see what all the fuss is about. Is there fuss? There wasn't initial fuss from me. I think the monsters and the aliens are more the fuss. I don't know if it's the character here, but a lot of people could use this for different toy lines, possibly. There's always that aspect of something like this. But we're going to do it like we do all the other ones. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. And we'll see where it goes from there. But here's the packaging. Very familiar packaging, of course, from Neca. A nice art picture of the movie, I guess The Thing movie. Obviously based in Antarctica. I think there's a little blurb. They'll tell about it. But it's a pretty cool, deep, psychological horror, sci-fi thriller. Who is the one that had the alien inside of him? It's kind of one of those things, and before you know it, everybody's dead. And spoiler alert, that's the way it goes sometimes. But you got a really cool action-adventure cover here. You do got the Walmart clearance tag. Gotta love it. It looks like it did go to 25. Nobody was biting at 25, but old Kyle, he swooped in when it came in at 20, and he bit down, and he bit down hard. How hard? We'll find out in this review. On the side, you got the Ultimate version. There's the extra head sculpt we get with this one. I'm not a big fan. Maybe it'll look better out of the package. We'll see, but I'm not really liking that head sculpt there. The Thing Ultimate Macready Station Survival. They were on a station in Antarctica. Antarctica, cold this time of year, but I hear the glaciers are melting down there. I've heard they've been breaking away. I heard that in college too, so who knows. But you got The Thing right there, little glamour shots of the action figures, always pretty cool. We got the blurb as well. Let's see what it says in the old blurb here. In the winter of 1982, oh, what a winter 1982 was. Young Kyle was living life up in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Cold year-round, almost year-round, but South Dakota, very beautiful. Not a lot of traffic, very nice in the summertime, but boy, those winter months, cold. Let me tell you, cold. In the winter of 82, I was basically in Antarctica. Sioux Falls, winter of 82, you wouldn't believe it. Snow taller than me. Snow taller than me. Winter of 82, a 12-man research team at the remote Antarctica research station discovers an alien buried in the snow for over 100,000 years. At that point, you just leave him buried. That's what I would say. But once unfrozen, the form-changing alien wreaks havoc, creates terror, and becomes one of them. So it was quite the experience. I'd recommend watching the movie once. Choose your own adventure. But yeah, for the movie buff in me, check out the whole thing. There it is. Includes 7 interchangeable hands, 2 heads, flamethrower, fire effect, dynamite bundle, wire spool, petri dish, blood effect, revolver, and ice axe. So the cool thing about this, you can get a lot of reuse out of some of that stuff. If you don't want to do it with him, put it with a different character. Like that blood, put it with your Mortal Kombat figures. Do whatever you want. Choose your own adventure. There's that nice glamour shot. There's the big window, checking everything out as we're accustomed to with Neca. All right, well, let me get him unboxed. We'll get him out. We'll get all the accessories laid out, and we're going to dig into the Ultimate Macready. All right, we're freed out of the packaging here. We got a little bit of a kind of a science room there, as we saw in the movie. That's where they're grilling people. You got a little desk, a little background. Nice touch from the Neca team there. I'm all here for it. We'll put that right to the side. We'll get into the old plastic prison, a favorite of the channel. Plastic prison, there he is. Got that extra head I'm not so sure about. We got the flame effect. We got a lot going on. Let's pop it all out, see what's going. We'll look through the accessories first, like we usually do. We'll see you later. We'll look at the accessories, and then we'll dive in to the actual figure, see what's going on there. And there it is. Oh, my goodness. Will this come out? There we go. There we go. We're getting there. We're getting there. And hands, and there it is. We're freed from the plastic prison. See you later off to the side. There it goes. Ultimate Macready at the table, ready to go. We start things off with the old Petri dish, and it looks like, oh, it even has a name on it. It says Palmer, I believe one of the characters in the movie. And the Petri dish can have the little alien creature, I think, fixed into it. Can it? Does it fit in there? Oh, it's a little tight, but yeah, it'll go in. But you get the little alien, or no, this is blood splatter. That's what it is, but it does fit in the Petri dish if so inclined. But a little blood splatter action never hurt anybody unless it's your blood being splattered. Then it probably hurt you. But we got that. We got the Petri dish, very small, easily lost accessories, as we know with Neca, so you got to be careful with them. We got that wire spool going on. It's been a while since I've seen the movie. I'm not sure if the wire spool was used to detonate the place, try to blow it up, or try to blow up the creature, or if it was used to tie everybody down. They did do some of that in the movie as well, but you do get the wire spool. Also looks like almost like needle and thread type stuff, so you could use it for that. If you got some fig photography you're wanting to do something special with. You get the axe we talked about, very small axe here, very easily breakable, not for kids as they say. But you got a nice silver there in between the head of the axe and the brown handle, of course, wood handle there. And then you get a little pickaxe end on there, all black. It's a nice axe. Once again, it looks like a big hammer-esque axe. Then you get the handgun here. Very, very handgun-esque, of course. A little paint splatter on mine, which is kind of rare for Neca from time to time. We got the nice brown handle and the black, of course, the barrel and everything else. Very, very good. Old school handgun. Revolver? Good handgun. Reminds me of something my grandpa would have out on the farm back in the day. Oh, let me take care of that rabbit. He'd, shoot off under there. That's the way they did it. That's the way they did it back in the day. Yeah, they did. My grandpa, strangely enough, he was quite the Renaissance man. A man's man, unlike myself, of course, but man's man. He survived 3 plane crashes. Can you imagine that? Ric Flair survived 2. My grandpa survived 3 plane crashes. I don't know how he did it. Broke every bone in his body numerous times. His hand, by the time, at the end, he's dead now, my grandpa, unfortunately. But yeah, he had arthritis so bad, his bones, everything else, but never deterred him. I'd be down working on my Jeep, and I'd be complaining, and there he is at like 85, down on the ground on his back. His hand so messed up from arthritis, he had to teach himself how to use his left hand to right and everything else with. I mean, just a man's man out there. But yeah, anyways, I don't know how we got on that. But oh yeah, he was flying a plane, and I guess back in the day, you'd have planes that would just be for one person. You'd fly over the country. You'd be like shooting animals out of the plane or something like that. That's how they used to hunt and stuff. And he crashed into some power lines. Dangerous. So I wouldn't recommend it. I wouldn't recommend it for you pilots out there. Pro tip. You get dynamite right here. That could be with that spool, of course, but you get the dynamite all ready to go. Once again, a great accessory for other toy lines if you are so inclined. Hands. They're all about the hands, of course. We get 2 extra sets plus 1 extra. Trigger finger hand ready to go right here. You get the open grip so you can kind of hold the dynamite with this one. We get more of a tiger paw right here. It's like the old Freebirds, give the old one of those. You got one of those going on right here. So you got that, another gun hand, and then I think this is the axe hand here. No fist. Macready not throwing fists, doing his talking with a flamethrower, doing his talking with a revolver, I guess. No fists for him. So be it. Choose your own adventure. Then you get the flamethrower backpack. Very cool. Reminds me of old blowtorch from my old G.I. Joe days, and your G.I. Joe days as well, I'm sure. But a very cool backpack flamethrower, as I got to funnel that through. So, Boy, this is all tangled up. I'm getting there though. I'm getting it untangled here. As usual, I can see these wires breaking, ripping. They're not like your traditional toys. You got to be somewhat careful with these. But nice green to it, very military-esque. Got all the holders for the canisters, things like that. You do get the flame attachment, so you can have it with or without the attachment. I think that is a pretty cool idea as well. You could have it sitting to the side, or you could have him blowing everything away. That's where I'm going to be. I'm going to have him displayed with that flamethrower, just laying waste to the ground and the ice and the snow and the aliens and everything else in between. But I do like it, and it does look very military use-esque right there. So we got the flamethrower. Then we get down to this extra head, and we got 2 heads here, of course. So choose your own head adventure. I like the more regular Kurt Russell style, bomber jacket ready to go. This looks weird. This looks like he's playing Beavis and Butthead, and he's going to be Cornholio or something. He's got this over his head. Got that blue. And then he's kind of almost got like a pig nose. Like his nose is kind of up a little bit on this. I just don't like the head scan. This isn't my Kurt Russell. This isn't it, so I'm not going to use this. I'm going to show glamour shots of it, like here, of course. And that's it. I'm never going to have this on him. I'm going straight up regular version of Kurt Russell. And this works just as a standalone Kurt Russell. Maybe you're not a Thing fan. Maybe you've never seen The Thing. Maybe you don't like The Thing. Maybe you have no desire to see The Thing. But you love Kurt Russell from all of his other movies out there that he's done. Tango and Cash. I believe he was in that one. There's a lot of other movies. Oh, whew, always dangerous. Thought I was going to break the elbow, but no, it moves. Very tight joints, tight articulation. But it looks like a Kurt Russell that's, ready for winter, is basically what it looks like. Of course, like anybody, in wintertime, you're wearing a bullet belt and you got a holster. Why wouldn't you? You're going to the supermarket, you never know. But he's got his bomber jacket on. Nice attention to detail, though. They got the blue shirt underneath that matches this when he's going to play Beavis down the line. He's got that going on. Nice hair, that 80s hair, that windswept hair. Beautiful beard on him. Better face sculpt than this. I view this as the superior head sculpt. He does have gloves on these hands. I should say that. Those were open hands. These are the gloved hands. So that is a point of difference there. The belt, like I mentioned, you can put that revolver in the holster there. The belt is not movable, but it is kind of free floating on him, but it's not really going anywhere, but it's not part of the sculpt. The elbows, single jointed elbows, removable hands. Hands go up, down, all around. Shoulders as well. Get a little bit limited right here when you try to go all the way up. You can get them around, but oh man, those are tight. Those are very tight, but still good. I prefer tight over loose joints any day of the week. Head is removable. You do get the head turn. I was worried a little bit with the jacket being up there with the collar, a big collar on him, but that was the look in the 80s. I'm okay with it. And you get single jointed elbows. Always look good. You get the boot rotation. You get good rotation here. You can have him sitting. You can have him doing stuff like that. Waist articulation, of course, and then ankle articulation. You can pivot him around. Do whatever you want. I'm sure he'll hold this revolver. Maybe not in this hand, of course, but we'll try. Oh, it's tight. It's tight, but you can put it in there. It's not really the best hand for the revolver. The gun does seem a little bit small for the body. When you put it in his hand like this, it does look a hair small. But good enough. For $20, I don't think you can go wrong on any NECA figure. Maybe there's some of them you could, but for this, I felt $20 was about the sweet spot. I felt okay paying 20 bucks for this. Wouldn't pay 30. I'm not that big of a fan of the Thing. But for 20 bucks, this is worth putting on my kind of horror shelf, what I got going on. One day I'll show that whole display, maybe. Maybe we will. It won't be part of the room tour upcoming, but we'll get there eventually. We'll show that one off. But not bad. Not bad at all. I don't know if he'll fit on a ringside stand. Oh, what do you know? He fits like a glove, so you got to put him on the ringside stand, so he'll stand just perfectly there. But not so bad. Not so bad. For $20, I'm okay with this. Maybe your Walmart is like mine, putting him to clearance. I don't see a whole lot of these around much anymore. They seem to be everywhere for a while and have slowly kind of disappeared. And maybe they went to clearance in a lot of other areas and I just missed it. But I was happy to find this one. It is what it is. Are you going to set your world on fire? No. But if you're a Thing fan, you got to have this for sure. And there's been a lot of good Thing figures throughout the years. Of course, Fantastic Four's Thing. I mean, you got to compare all the great Thing figures. So you can compare them right there against the Marvel Legend Thing. Old Ben Grimm himself, it's just we're Thinging all about. It's all about the Thing today. So there you go. But what do you guys think? What are your thoughts on the Thing movie? What are your thoughts on the Thing figure? Did you pick this one up? Are you planning on picking up future ones that are coming out? I think they got the Alien coming out eventually. We'll see. Might be a clearance dabble on my case, but what say you guys? Let me know in the comments down below. Of course, like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the old notification bell. Follow along on Patreon, link in the description below, where you can get this video much, much earlier than traditional YouTube and a lot of other early videos, bonus content, all that kind of fun stuff. And don't forget the monthly giveaways. You got to sign up for the giveaways. A lot of good stuff being given away every single month. And then, of course, you can find me on social media at SirPaul64 on Twitter, Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson, and ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. So for The Thing movie and being one class shy of a minor in film, I am Kyle. I will see you guys all real soon.